Hello, we are back. Another weekly chat to talk about what is going on in our local real estate market. We still don't have a name for this chat, but hey, if you got any advice, comment below, help us out. But we just want to keep you updated because we've got some pretty interesting things to talk about. So Elise, you had a really interesting article that I would love for you to share with us.
Yeah, so like California Association of Realtors sent out their 2022 forecast, housing market forecast. And I just thought it was really interesting. I won't read the whole thing because it was really long, but it was talking about the California median home price and how it's forecast to rise 5.2%.
For this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. How can it go any higher? That's crazy.
So to $827,740. It says, while an imbalance in demand and supply will continue to push up prices, higher interest rates will likely curb median price growth.
Okay, so prices will go up, but it'll be slower than it's been doing the last year. Oh, okay, got it.
We need inventory. Again, I think we've said this every video.
Right.
Our challenge in this market is inventory.
Right.
There's literally no inventory.
Right.
Totally.
Right.
And there was just one other thing that I thought was interesting. It was talking about there's going to be this shift in housing demand to more affordable areas because that trend of remote working is going to continue, and that also is going to help keep prices in check and prevent the statewide median price from rising too fast.
So that brings up something. I just was invited to do a podcast to talk about best places to live in California.
You guys filmed it last week?
But thank you. But let me talk to you on this part, talking about remote learning. She read the reason that she contacted me, living in Chino Hills, which is the beginning of the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, Riverside County. She read an article that talked about the greatest housing growth and demand is in the Inland Empire, greater than Arizona, greater than Texas, greater than anywhere. Yeah. And so that was something as far as remote working, people moving out.
I feel like you're going to have a lot of these jobs. I keep hearing people who have to be like drivable. I had a couple last summer move to Murrieta. They were from Orange County. He works for, I think, Amazon. And he just had to be drivable for like a daily meeting if they wanted him in the office. And so it was like, no, it's not going to be a daily drive to whatever LA area, but he could do it. So he can't move to Arizona.
Right.
But he could move, inland.
That's my wife. She has to be drivable to her office in the event she has to go there, but she's 100% work from home.
Yeah, and you get a better house, bigger yard, quality of life, great schools. Not saying you don't get those inland, but it's just there's more of it.
Right.
Talk about your podcast, though. I haven't listened to it yet. I know you were posting about it yesterday.
So I was so nervous doing it, and it was just a quick.
Did you know her? Or
yeah. Okay. So when I very first started in real estate, she was, I believe, forgive me if I'm wrong, Danae, she was a representative with Orange County Register. Remember when I had to put newspaper ads?
Yes.
Yes, that's how long
we just had to do that with our new name.
Hi. Anyways, when I used to have to put newspaper, she was a contact. Okay. Since then, the newspaper is now a dinosaur, so she is now a realtor.
So in college, I interned at the OC Register.
Because that was a thing.
Go look at my gray hairs.
But now she started this podcast. She's done best places to live across the United States. But now she's focusing on California, just based off articles she's read, something that's a talking point. So she reached out to me that we've known each other for, 13 plus years.
Wow.
So fun.
Just an opportunity to talk about this area and what I love about it and all of that. So.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Okay.
Well, speaking of working remotely,
yes,
so I've got this, I've got a doozy. So we have a lot of people that are moving to Texas, of course, Idaho, other states, and apparently in other states they are experiencing construction problems and builder problems. And I have a client that went to Texas, and it was a parent and a child, and the parent bought new from a builder, and they bought with a realtor, and they were represented well, and everything was fine, and they got their house in a normal amount of time.
They closed escrow. Everything was great.
Everything was great.
That was who you referred them to?
Exactly. The daughter, the poor daughter. So her house is now 13 months out from when she originally put her deposit down. She's 8 months past her original close date or something like that.
Because it's being built.
It is still being built, and they are having construction problems. They're having delays, and at this point, it just seems like she's getting the runaround.
Which is honestly wild because we deal with new construction here all the time.
We don't have any of these problems.
We don't get these pushbacks. Like, have we had one of our new ones get pushed back? Not in years.
Maybe like a day or two.
A day, not like...
But she's months behind, and she's at the point now where she's going to lose her rate. And if she goes into a new loan rate, she's going to be up 0.5%.
And that's
what is that in terms of dollars?
Okay.
So if it's at 3.5%, what someone always taught me, a quick way to calculate is for if the rate is, let's say 4%. This is easier. If it's 4% for every $100,000, $400. So half of that is $200 more a month.
Okay, she's at $63,500 over the life of the loan.
Okay.
So that's her impact from this delay.
No.
These are like silly things that they need to do. Like they've stained her carpet upstairs and they need to get the gas meter installed. It's like,
What do you
I
mean
think
they stained
five,
her carpet?
It has rust stains on the carpet. And she's just saying, I'm not going to move in unless this carpet's clean.
But they
And then
can't,
that pushes her back.
Well, they're saying they don't have a plumber to install the gas meter, and yet they're seeing a plumber in the community. It seems like she's getting the runaround. So my point here is, when you buy new, people don't realize that if you don't have a realtor in your corner,
Advocating.
you don't have any representation. Because she calls me and I'm like, I'm like, boy, I'm with you, but I'm in California, and so you have to utilize your realtor out there, which we connected to her realtor, and now her realtor is going to get the lawyer that he has on retainer in his office, and he's going to potentially get her assistance, because or else you're just being represented by the builder. And here's the crazy part about this story. The builder could cancel her, right? If she walks away. Well, if she walks away,
Okay.
and the builder could turn around and sell this for $150,000 more.
So they don't care.
The builder has every incentive
To-
to get her out.
Stop. That's awful.
That's why she feels like, and I've seen the emails, she feels like she's getting the runaround. It's just, it's
Where
an
in
awful
Texas?
situation. This is in the city of Rockwall. It's
Is it
right outside
Dallas?
of Dallas. Yeah, it's a Dallas suburb.
I'm so sorry.
So,
wow.
yes. And so on another note, something interesting that I ran into this week was the actual utilization of Prop 58. Have you ever had a transaction that did that before?
This is the one with like parents and
Yes.
grandparents. Yeah.
Yes. Just a fun
Tax
fact. We have to remember this. They can transfer their tax base from a grandparent or a parent to a child
Which is
one time.
huge. So tax base, that's the assessed value of the
Okay,
home.
this house is assessed at $36,000.
And now it's
With
going like
the county assesses it at 30, not land value, the whole
That's it.
structure, everything.
That's it.
everything.
And it is now they're
Or
going to buy it for almost $1
$900.
million.
The implications of that are huge.
Like the savings on that are huge.
And all he had to do was check mark one box on the escrow instructions.
So again, important to have a realtor.
because if he didn't,
Holy cow!
Yeah, because
if you
he
didn't
sent
check that one box.
he sent that to me, and he's like, "What do I check for this?" And I'm like, "Well, do you want to keep your tax base? Because you're going to have to check that one box."
Wow. I also heard that it has to be primary residence now. Correct?
It does. That
Right?
is new as of this year,
Yeah.
or maybe last year, but yes.
But still, like that is huge,
It's
John.
huge. Yep.
Huge. What's Prop 58?
58, Prop
Okay.
58.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you
Yep.
for sharing that.
The
Wow.
more you know. So anyways, we have to keep our friend in Texas in our thoughts, and geez, this is a tough situation.
Okay, I don't have anything at all to validate that this is true, but I wonder if she's getting the jerk because she's from California. You know how we were talking about that last week?
A lot of
like-
people do, yeah. Change your license plate before you get to the other
Like
state.
they know she's coming from California. They're like, we don't want her.
I don't know.
That's probably not what's happening. I'm not saying that at all.
I know.
But you have to wonder.
So hopefully we'll have an update on this story and some of our other stuff that's going on in our life next week. So join us next week for the next installment of Chat with the Team. What are we going to call
Dude,
this?
give
I
us
don't know.
ideas. Comment below.
The Real Estate Minute? I don't know.
Well, wait,
10
The real
minute-
estate.
10 minutes?
10 minutes?
Thanks for watching, guys.